right, hello, we are live. I've got my trusty Bev. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it today because how this is gonna work is we're gonna do. I've got my chat over here, so if I keep looking down, that's what I'm doing. But we're gonna do a microwave today. So I got a microwave from Walmart. It was like $60. I tried to get one from a thrift store, but anyway, we won't get into that. But you can get a microwave for pretty cheap, and it's a cheap microwave. And this is what you need to know is you don't want to use the one that you're going to eat food with. Okay, so you're going to want a dedicated microwave if you're going to want to do this. You can do this. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to tie-dye something, and then we're going to microwave it for 2 minutes, and then I need to let it sit for 15 minutes to cool down because it'll be really hot. And then I'll rinse it out and do all that stuff. So we're going to do roll for tie-dye in the middle, but really the focus of this is hopefully going to be the microwave. All right. So I've got a couple of colors I want to use here. Oopsie. Let's see here. Okay. So I've got seafoam, teal blue, and coral pink. I thought these were pretty. I'm going to do a swaddle today. So, the first thing I'm going to do is mix up my dye. So, here's how I do it. Zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so start here. I've got a funnel here, and I cut the bottom off because I've found like this dye is really powdery, so this will be fine. But some dyes, let's see about this one. Yeah, this one is a little clumpier. You can't really tell. Like it's stuck in the funnel. A lot of them are too narrow. So I cut this off just a little bit. Just a hot tip for you. And I'm going to do 1 teaspoon per 4 ounces. And I'm not going to be like super strict about this because it's going to be, it's going to be beautiful. Whatever colors turn out. This one is a darker color, but it doesn't have the 2 stars, so that tells me I still only need 1 teaspoon here. If you join, please say hello. We will have a lot of time to answer questions today, so if you have any questions whatsoever, drop them. We'll get to them after I do this setup for you. All right, and then this one is coral pink. Okay, so I'm gonna set those aside here. And I thought I don't know, guys, what should I do? I'm trying to decide if I should do a mandala. Mandalas kind of don't really work on my swaddles. Let me get some water here. So these bottles are 6-ounce bottles. So I fill them up about 2/3 full because you want 1 teaspoon per 4 ounces. So that's what I do there. Alright, mix this up. Oh, and it's dripping all over. That's okay. I've got stuff to clean it up with. Alright. Okay. So we've got seafoam, coral, and teal blue, all from Dharma. And we are going to do a swaddle blanket. You know what? Because I want to get into this, I think I'm going to just do a scrunch, just a standard scrunch. Because, okay, hold on. make sure, sometimes this shows me just top messages and not all messages, so I want to make sure I'm not missing any conversation happening here. The amount of space I have right here is kind of hilarious. It's so limited. Like, look how big my space is, and I'm working with this. Oh, Anna. Okay. All right, so I'm doing a bamboo swaddle. Sorry, you can't use that. It's my craft room microwave. That's exactly right. The key is to have a craft room, so he just doesn't come in here, right? All right. Okay, so these swaddles, I make them myself. They're just bamboo gauze. So let's see if you can see this. They're so soft. These are my favorite. And then I just hem the edges like this, just serge the edges, I should say. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just scrunch it up. Got some hanging here. Yeah, you know, the other thing too, you don't really want to use rubber band. You can use rubber bands, but they might snap. So I'm going to do it just to see if they snap. I was going to say, tie-dyers are kind of a weird, funny bunch of people because we use a lot of weird stuff that, like, I use a protractor, I use pool noodles, I use, you know, like, I'm using all sorts of weird stuff. Whenever I do classes and people come in here and I'm like, okay, if you want to do this fold, you're going to use this. And I'm pulling out, you know, like pool noodles and whatever. And they're like, what? Where did you come up with this? And the truth is, I didn't come up with it. Us as a community came up with it. Okay, so let's add some dye here. So this one is teal blue, and I'm just gonna do splotches, and this is dripping all over, so that's just great. Just gonna go do. What's gonna be so fun about this is I'm gonna be able to unwrap this. Here's seafoam. I'm gonna do seafoam around the teal blue. I'm gonna be able to unwrap this at the end of the live, so that's gonna be really fun. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some coral. Kind of a unique color combination, but I love this color combination. A little purple looks really pretty with this color combination as well. And I feel like for a swaddle, it's relatively gender neutral, you know? I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna let that sit for just a second. This is just, this is wet, I should say. This was wet. It was soda ash soaked for 20 minutes. And I'm just kind of letting it sit because, let's see if you can see here. The dye kind of spreads as you let it sit there. So I'm just gonna let it sit a little bit because I don't want to put too much dye on it because I do want some white space. Okay, I'm gonna do this side now. Just a little bit of teal. And some coral. You can see here already how much the red spreads. This coral spread. That doesn't happen in ice dye so much, but it does with liquid dye. Okay. If anybody needs a baby gift, hit me up. These swaddles are the best. Okay, I'm gonna set those aside and let me show you how we do this. So also, I should tell you, I've read about how to do this. I've never actually done it. So here I am being an expert for you, okay? I'm just doing all of the trial and error, so when you do it, you don't have any error, right? Okay, so, and I'm just going to take this, stick it right here. And we'll wrap her up. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it this way because I want it totally covered. You don't want it to dry out. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm just speeding up the batching process. I have a chart. I should actually link that in my description. Hopefully on the replay I'll have that linked on my description. But I have a chart that tells you how long you should let dye sit depending on how hot it is. So what I'm doing here is I'm making it super hot so it doesn't have to sit very long. However, I'm going to make it so hot that I won't even be able to touch it. So that's kind of part of the problem. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in my microwave. And so it's a 700 watt microwave. It's not a very strong microwave. I'm going to do 1 minute. I'm going to sit here and watch it. I'm going to do 1 minute, see how it's doing, then hit another 1 minute. Because ideally I would like to do 2 minutes, and where it's only 700 watts, it'll probably be fine. But what you want to do when you're microwaving something like this is really keep an eye on it, right? You don't want to mess up. You don't want to start a fire. We don't want to do that. So 30 seconds left. Okay, and then after I microwave this, we're going to hang out for a minute, tie-dye a few things, but also I want to show you some stuff that I made. So here's the first thing I made. We're going to dye one of these today, actually. So this is a bag I got from Jiffy Shirts. It's pretty cool. It has like a zipper. So it's like a tote bag with a zipper. Okay, so there's my 1 minute. Mute? Am I on mute, or are you telling me to mute? Okay. Okay, our first problem of the day is that the door is locked. Okay. Oh, got it. Okay. Okay, it's looking good. I'm going to do 1 more minute, and apparently this microwave has a locking mechanism. You have to push 0 to unlock. I did not even look at my hair before I got on here. That's okay. Okay, anyway, what I was talking about with this is a bag I tie-dyed. It's canvas, and it has this inside of it too. I think it was like $7. So that was a sweet deal. And it dyed really nice. This is one color. This is Alchemist. Okay? Then, if you joined us last time, we worked on this. This is one color. This is Mindbender. And look at this apron. I honestly was like wanting to keep it. Like this is so cool. So this is a psychedelic roll with the color Mindbender. Okay, and this is done. So I'm gonna let this sit. I opened the microwave and I'm gonna let it sit there for just a minute until it's cool to the touch. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple projects and then I'll unwrap that. But I also wanted to show you guys this one. Look at this dress. I am in love with this dress. This was a deity roll and one color, blue-gray. I'm working on a video of showing what you can do with just one color. So that's why a lot of these are one color. And then this one is Timberwolf. This is a button down and it has like wooden buttons. They're kind of cool. There's no collar, but there is a pocket. And then this one I thought I would share. I have a participant, I teach fitness classes, and I have a participant who knits or crochets, and she wanted me to tie-dye this, and she said, I want it to be subtle, and I feel like this turned out really cool. Kind of interesting and cool. There's a lot of white space, but I kind of like it. It's still wet, so we'll let that cool off. All right, let's do a little roll for tie-dye. I got some new dice. So, let's see, let me see what time it is. We're at 10:15, okay. All right, so if you've never done roll for tie-dye with me before, basically what we do is we roll the dice and it's gonna tell us how many colors we're gonna use, Then we roll the dice to which colors we're going to use, which fold we're going to use, and then if we do the die over the ice or under the ice. So this will be ice die roll for tie-dye, and I have this cool 3D printed dice tower. Okay, and look how pretty these new dice are that I got. Aren't those pretty? Okay, so we're going to start with 1 through 6. How many colors to use? 6! Oh no. Okay, we're going to use 6 colors. That's a lot of colors for me. Let's roll which colors. So I'm going to get my 8 dice. 8 is this one. 3, we're going to do orange. Black. Oh, okay. Pink. Blue. This is essentially just a rainbow. Okay. Purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more. Purple. Okay, 2 purples. So we'll do 2 purples, pink, orange, blue, and black. All the colors. That's right. We're going to do all the colors. Okay, let's see what fold we should do. Shibori. Oh. You know what, guys? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Shibori only works with like 1 or 2 colors, so we're not doing that. 6. Glitch. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Should we do under or over the ice? Even under the ice. That's good. Good morning, Mama. My mom has joined the chat, everybody. All right, so let me get some colors. I'm gonna do a t-shirt because a glitch is hard. Actually, I'll do a glitch on this button down. I mean, glitches are hard, period, but it's gonna be hard on this too. Okay, so. Okay, let me set this aside and let me show you how we fold up a glitch. So, it is damp. I like it to be damp. And essentially what I'm going to do is pleat fold. Pleat fold one direction, then pleat fold the other direction. All right? So, I'm going to get my handy dandy measuring stick. I got this on Amazon. I like the 24-inch one. That seems to be like the right width. Like a yardstick is just too wieldy, and a 16-inch is just not big enough. So this is what I found to be the best, is the 24-inch. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is move all this crap out of the way. Don't tell my kids I said crap. We don't say crap at our house. Okay. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to take this, put it under. Why did my thing just start playing music? Hold on one second. What happened? Okay. Hopefully I don't get flagged for copyright for that happening. Don't flag me for copyright. My kids started playing a song. Okay. So that's my first pleat right there. Then I do it again. I put it under my shirt. Sorry, I have stuff all over. Yeah. Break it down, Jay. Time to dance. Okay, so put it under your shirt. Pin this up. And, oh wait, I'm going the opposite direction. Pull it down. Like this. Okay. Do it again. Put it under here. It up and You can do these pleats smaller, you can do them bigger. This is kind of like, these are bigger than I usually do them. This, if you've seen my ranked folds post, this I personally, in my personal opinion, in my professional opinion, is the hardest fold. So don't be intimidated if you're watching this and you're like, holy cow, I can't do that. Hold on, what did I do, guys? I messed up my pleat. Let's do this again, because I think Yeah, how are you guys both number one? You're both my number one commenters. Also, it's only showing me top messages. So I hope everybody's having a good conversation and not asking too many questions because I can't see them. Okay. One day I'll figure out live streaming, folks. Also, I got a new microphone. So hopefully you'll be able to hear me better next week. I've been working on just improving my YouTube channel. I'll zoom out a little bit, sorry guys. My YouTube channel overall, and that's one thing with my live streams. I really need to work on my sound. So we will get that figured out because I really enjoy going live. I think this is fun. Okay. You can see this is just a kind of a time-consuming process, but it's a cool result if you've never seen a glitch. It's pretty cool. Oh, usually I fold the sleeves in and I didn't do that. Let me fold these in like this. I like to fold them in because then my ruler doesn't get too long. Okay. Hey, I'm live, baby. What? I'm live. Okay. Okay. So, as you can see, this is the glitch fold if you're just joining us, and also if you're just joining us, we have microwaved a project and we're waiting for it to cool off. So stay tuned to see that finished result because it's a very quick way to set tie-dye. We did a liquid dye project for that. Okay, and now I'm glad it sounds good from your end. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this class I'm in, they're very professional YouTubers, so the things they say I need to fix are usually things that I could probably be fine not fixing, but I want to try to make it the best I can make it, you know? We're singing songs out in the... So see, you can see already this like 24 inch is even a little bit too big just for this part of the project, but it's worth it for the longer side. I've never done a glitch on a button down before. I also highly recommend a metal one. I tried a plastic one and it was just too thin. They're just a little too flimsy. So you're gonna want a metal ruler. There's all the buttons. What's everybody got going on this weekend? Anything fun? We are staying home. We were out of town last weekend, so still getting used to normal summer stuff over here. Okay, there we go. Last one. Okay. So then what you do, oh, don't worry guys, we are not done. Then what you do, so here you have like a, kind of like a basket weaving type pattern. So you're going to accordion fold on the diagonal. Accordion fold. And try not to unfold all the folding you just did. That's the trick. And I'm gonna sinew wrap this. It's already coming unfolded. Don't unfold. This side is gonna be mostly a scrunch, and that's okay. Okay. You could also use rubber bands. I'm not pulling the sinew tight on this. Yeah, guys, I'm not seeing all the messages. That's annoying. I'm seeing some of the messages. Okay. Gonna go mow the lawn, Jay. All right. Okay, so we'll probably only have time to do one project today. That's okay. All right, so here I have this. And I'm going to add an ice barrier. Okay, so I just do this to hold the ice in place. I can make that a little bit tighter. How did I learn this? Trial and error. I watched a couple videos and I actually attempted my first one live and it turned out okay, but it took a lot of trial and error. I have a slowed down version on a t-shirt if you're curious. So anyway, let's pull this back out. It's all crumpled. So we're gonna do pink, orange, blue, 2 purples, and black. So while I've got some of this stuff out here already, let's do pink, let's do coral. Zoom out a little bit. This will be my pink, and it's kind of orange as well. And then a blue, maybe ice blue. Actually, I like this blue. Blue, 2 purples. I'm just gonna grab purples. 2 purples. Black. I have so many blacks sitting here. This one is black work from Die Spin. So I'll do black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need an orange. Okay. Orange. Great. Dusty orange. The old dusty trail. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make sure. So I don't want orange by blue. I'm going to go like this. I think this order actually would be good. So I'm going to do some, where's my spoon? Spoon, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to do orange down here on the edge. Okay, dusty orange. This is from ProChem, Pro Chemical and Dyes. I'm going to do coral pink. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. I'm going to do Mindbender X. This is a Die Spin color. This I chose for blue, but really it's like blue and purple. That's okay, we have a lot of purple happening here. Okay, then I'm going to do lavender. Eggplant is a really, really dark purple. Whenever I go live, I always lock my knees, and then by the end of the live, I feel like I'm gonna faint. That's probably not the best thing to happen. Okay, and then I'm gonna do black work. And you can see black is pretty purple. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do black work. I'm gonna do busted black. This is a Grateful Dyes color, and it's specifically formulated for ice dye. And since we're ice dyeing, why not? Looks a little red going on, huh? Okay. All right, so here is what we did. And I'm gonna leave this right here. So we did a glitch, dye under the ice. I'm gonna go grab some ice really quick. Got my ice. I'm just gonna put it on here. I got too much ice. That's okay. It's better than too little ice, because then I don't have to leave again. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do is I'm going to let this ice melt. And then I'll check the bottom, and if the bottom needs more color, I'll flip it over and add more color. And then I'm gonna put this one in the microwave as well, okay? So check in, you can check in on my Instagram stories, or next week I'll show my results as well, but my Instagram is storebrandana, one word, and I'll share the results there as they're happening, okay? All right, so let's check this out. It's really not too hot. Probably because it's only a 700 watt microwave. Yeah, we do need some waiting music. Okay, let's see. So what I'm gonna do is unwrap this and show you what it looks like. Then I'm gonna rinse it, and we're gonna see if the dye sits. And I won't rinse it on here because that would be boring for you to all watch. But is the waiting just killing you? Let's see what this looks like. Okay, here we go. Untie this. It is hot. It's warm, but it's not like unbearable. Like the inner parts are pretty hot, but I am wearing gloves. Oh, I did a lot of white space on this one. That's okay. Smells like hot soda ash. I'll just cut this. Okay, are we ready? Let's see what it looks like. Kind of cool. Just this side. It's not my best work. It's kind of cool. I honestly might add more color. Let's do it. I'm gonna add more color. So I'm gonna scrunch it up where there's a lot of white space. I've got the dye mixed, I might as well. And I'm gonna add more color because I don't want this much white space. All right. And honestly, I'm not even gonna use rubber bands. Okay, let's add some more teal. And coral. What's fun is I didn't wait 6 hours to see that I didn't like that. So that worked out well for me. Okay, I'm gonna let this hang out for just a second. And the fabric is not hot anymore, so that's interesting. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some sea foam. And coral. So like I said, this ice dye project, once the ice melts, I'll set it in the microwave and we'll see how that does. Although, yeah, I can put the buttons in the microwave. You gotta be careful with some of the blanks, like if I was doing the bag, I couldn't do the zipper, right? So you can't do all the blanks in the microwave. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit for just a second so that the color can spread a little bit. And did I put the, where did I put the, did I put it away? Oh, no, I see it. Okay. So what I learned from this one is I would probably rather do a light scrunch on these bamboo swaddles. Because I didn't love how splotchy the white space looked. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this back up. Okay. Okay, I wrapped it back up and I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for 2 minutes. And I won't make you hang out here with me any longer because I'm gonna have to wait for that to cool and blah, blah, blah. But I will show the final results on my Instagram. I'll also, if you guys know where it is, my community feed, it's kind of hard to find. But if you go to my channel page, there's a section at the top that says posts. If you click on that, I share a lot of my results there as they happen. Before I make the video or whatever, like I share a lot of stuff there. So I will share that result tomorrow. Or actually, I could even do it later today. I'll do it later today after I wash it out. I'll post what that final swaddle looks like, okay? Any questions? Any questions from anybody before I sign off? Just to tell you a few things I'm working on right now, I am getting back into natural dyes. I found a ton of natural dye stuff, and full power for 2 minutes, yes. Full power for 2 minutes, but also this is only a 700 watt microwave. If I had 1,000 watt or higher, I would do 1 minute stop, 1 minute stop. But even still, you gotta keep an eye on it. So anyway, so I've got my Mortenson fabric right here. If you guys haven't been following along for long, I actually started tie-dyeing by doing natural dyes. So it will be fun to get back into that, try some new things. Dharma just came out with a new dye line of natural dye stuff. So I got some marigold and some madder root, which I've dyed with madder root before. I've never done marigold. So anyway, stay tuned for all that, because there will be lots of final results for that. So anyway, okay, I had a mission companion try to dry some underwear in the microwave. No, a microwave wouldn't work for that because it traps moisture. So you would want to hang to dry for sure on that. Wow, this is really delayed on the thing because right now it's just showing my my final result. I should have done a spiral. Now that I'm looking at this again, that would have been cool to do a spiral. Anyway, all right, folks. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you are subscribed so you can keep seeing the stuff we're doing. If you have any questions whatsoever, I love to experiment and do what people ask me to do. I have playlists chock full of specific tie-dye folds if you really want to focus on geodes or anything like that. I've got that all organized for you. So anyway, please let me know anything I can do to help. I'm here to help and experiment with you. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye.